Y'all can hate me, but somebody needs to say it. Kids who learn on various different levels should not be in the same classroom. I do not care. I do not care. I do not care. In this day and age, what have we not learned in the past 10 years? That kids who have different levels of learning should not, will not, could not be in the same classroom and expect everybody to succeed at the same freaking time. Somebody has to be left behind. Because what do you mean I have 10 kids that are like on several different reading levels? What do you mean? What do you mean we're teaching 6th grade and I have 5 kids over here that read 2nd grade level? The other 5 is on a kindergarten level. The other 8 is on somewhere in between 1st and 3rd, and nobody's on 6th grade level. What do you mean that I have to sit here and figure out 17 different lesson plans for the 30 children that I have? Because the other part have mental disabilities, hearing disabilities, verbal disabilities, so many disabilities. IEP, nonverbal. What do you mean I have a kid in here that screams every 5 seconds? What do you mean I have a kid in here who gets overstimulated and starts throwing things? What do you mean I have another kid that's over here that can't stay still and they need to walk around and run around the building? What do you mean I have 5 kids over here that will start knucking and bucking and hitting everybody in the same classroom? One teacher. What do you mean we don't have parapros after a certain time? We need parapros in middle school just as much as we need parapros in elementary. What do you mean? What do you mean that we have all these kids with all these mental disabilities, all these physical disabilities, all these types of disabilities, and we're not giving them more recess time? We're not giving them more time to eat lunch. We're not giving them more time to have a break. What happened to accommodations? Why are we, the teachers, the only ones giving out accommodations? What do you mean? What do you mean that you still want me to stay on par to what the state says that these kids need to learn? What do you mean? One teacher, 30 plus kids, 15 different disabilities. Everybody got an IEP. This is not considered a special needs school. This is not considered a special needs class. No extra budget. No extra accommodations. No extra supplies. What do you mean you want me to get them to the same grade level that they're supposed to get in by the end of the year? What do you mean? Who's doing it? Who's succeeding? Who is succeeding? What do you mean the kids who are considered normal, the ones who are considered normal, are sitting here in this midst of this trauma and this dysfunction around them, and you expect them to learn? You expect them to be okay. School is traumatic nowadays. School is traumatic. What do you mean that the kids who were just in here saw a kid flip out, throwing tables and chairs and cussing out the teacher, running around? What do you mean? They're supposed to come back in the next day and be okay. Half the year, kids are loud, they're screaming, and they looking at you like, how come you don't have any classroom management? Did I go to school to teach special needs? Because last time I checked, that was a 2-second paragraph in a book in college. I ain't get no training for that. They need to upgrade the training for teachers from the jump, okay? They need to differentiate these classrooms like they want us to differentiate these lessons. There's only so many times I can tell you 1 + 1 = 2. What do you mean? Once upon a time, back in the day, they used to take the kids and put them in a resource room. 10 kids, 2 teachers, resource. They was able to check out the kid, understand the parents, look at the IEP. If they didn't even have an IEP, it didn't matter because they could tell that something was off, something was wrong, something was different, something was missing, okay? They could tell that they were in a wrong grade loop. Pull them kids out, work with them for half the day. You didn't see them kids for half the day. They came back to the regular classroom for 2 seconds. 2 seconds. They sat and they worked and they got them to where they were supposed to be before they got to the next grade. Why are we having the same expectations for every kid? My God today. Why are we still doing this years and years of schools is closing? Schools are closing, data this, data that. The data is telling us it's not working. The tests are not working. We're teach them how to pass the test. We're not teaching them to absorb the information and learn anymore. No. We're sending them out in the world to pass a freaking test, which they can do at ChatGPT. My God, today. My God, today, what are we doing? These kids can't read their colors and their numbers. And they're looking at the teachers like, what are you doing? You know what we're doing? We're preparing them for the 17,000 tests that they have to do according to the state. Since kindergarten, from kindergarten age. State test. They don't know their names. Their writing is atrocious. They don't know the phonics. They don't know sounds. They don't know nothing. My God, today, they're in high school. And they can't even read the stop sign. They're going to be driving and getting a license, and they can't even read the stop sign. Baby. My God, today. We're all crazy. We're all losing our freaking mind because we're watching this disastrous train on a daily. And we're all sitting back like, I remember when we were in school. When we were in school, we had 17 books, 15 notebooks, 20,000 folders in our backpacks. We were ready for the world. Pencil, pen, okay? Pencil, pen. We were ready. We were taking over. They were said we were the new generation. We were going to learn. My God, today. These kids are effed up. I'm sorry. And it's not even their faults. That's the messed up. It's not even their faults. Everything is against them. The system, the way they want us to teach, the way they want to learn. You put these kids in a classroom full of children who will have all these different disabilities. And there's nothing wrong with having a disability. What is wrong is expecting everybody to succeed at the same damn time. Expecting one teacher to be able to get them ready for the next grade at the same time when they have not been ready for the previous grades for a long time. My God, today. Y'all are, this is crazy. Those kids should be in their own classroom with a teacher that is properly prepared to teach them. You look at their degree and it says special needs, work with disability, mental this, that, and the third. That's the teacher that's supposed to be with them to get them ready. They have learned how to teach every single grade, not just one. Most of us go to college and we learn how to teach a specific grade or specific grades, 6, 7, 8, 5th, 4th, 1, 2, 3. That's it. We pick a grade that we want to learn. This is where we want to be at. And you give us kids that are not on that grade level, and then you wonder why the teachers are up here losing their damn minds. You really wonder why. Because we were not properly prepared or introduced for this type of craziness. No, ma'am. I have been through some trenches with some of these kids. I have. I really have. A lot of us are losing our minds because it's not even our fault. Hell, it's not even the admin's fault. It's really the people that are higher up that are making these rules that I'm like, you have not been in the classroom in 20,000 years, huh? These kids, no. This is stupid. Change the law. Change the rules. Instead of holding the kids back, put them in a classroom where they can actually learn and properly learn and don't be on survival mode all day. These kids come in here and they're traumatized. They're in survival mode. They're overstimulated. The class is too loud. 10 kids are up here running around losing their goddamn minds. The other kids just can't sit still because they really can't sit still. Half of the kids are on medication. Or supposed to be. My God, today. I don't have a problem with integrating children. I just think they don't need to be integrated all day. No. Put them in the resource room where they can actually learn and actually get to where they need to be. And then put them back in the classroom for the other half of the day. Why can't we do that? Why? That's not discrimination. That's helpfulness. That's actually putting them in a place where by the time they get to high school and get out of high school, they can actually function in the real world because they've already slowly integrated into it. I just don't understand.